three. Ready? 1, 2, 3. BLT.
Okay, so the forming part, we were placed together as a group, not really by choice, but by different skills and how we were evaluated on the first day by our professor.
When storming what to do for the project, everybody brought in a couple ideas of what they wanted to do. We went around the group and asked who wanted to do what we thought would be best, and ended up doing the Ronald McDonald House because it had the most connections and most open availability.
For norming, we communicated a lot through text. We had a group chat set up. We also were able to get together and make a Google Doc so we could share all of our info, anything that needed to be printed out, any type of things that needed to be worked on together, so that was kind of convenient too.
And then when it came to performing, we went to the house twice. The first time we made the house breakfast. We ended up making burritos. It was super fun, super yummy. And then the second time, we were not able to make breakfast, but we brought them household supplies and some Christmas presents for the kids come Christmas time.
Yep.
Hi. I'm going back and forth. So I've ignored, frustrated, and what was the other one? Betrayed? Yeah.
I think that's a little dramatic. I feel like too
Trying to make it like complete, you know.
helpless, maybe. Because if there was something that they could do, they would just do it if they were the leader.
Yeah.
So maybe.
Someone's got kamikaze.
Yeah, I can spell. Apologetic.
Probably embarrassed.
I would never be this serious about it. Like, sorry guys, sending it right now.
Okay.
I'd be like, oh fuck.
Gonna slip it over and
Yes. And then there's another one.
there is.
There's a whatever Word document that you download. Is this our person's data? I'm gonna hang it over there. Let's see. I have a question.
Also, and I know I put it on the October 28th and the November 18th.
So we didn't have much conflict within our group. The only issue we really ran into was with me when the day of the service project came. I was a little late due to my car being towed, but when I got there, everything was fine. The team was already cooking and working without me, and I just kind of went in there and blended along and continued. It wasn't really a big deal because since we all worked together and communicated that she was going to be late before we got there in the group chat, it really wasn't too bad. So then once she got there, we just kind of put everything together.
Is 2 more?
2 more.
2 more.
I'll buzz it out.
Thank you.
Oh, thank you. When you see me again, I'm gonna go put clothes on you.
Oh wow, this is nice. So for a project, we all just kind of broke up, delegated out what food needed to be got for Ronald McDonald House. Everyone went out and got their own food. Then we all came to Ronald McDonald House and put it all together.
And then essentially when we got there, we started cooking right away. After we kind of got things going, one of the volunteers that stays there overnight actually showed up and did some introductions. Had all the food and everything all laid out even before people got up.
And then once we finished cooking everything up, for the most part, people kind of cleaned as they went, but we kind of had our own cleanup time at the end to make sure the kitchen was cleaner than when we got there.
And then when it was all said and done, we got to put all the food away in nicely marked bags in case anybody else showed up and ended up getting hungry. And after that, we got this awesome tour.
Little place right next to the hospital, and after 30 years it was falling apart. It was like a fraternity house that had been used for it's transients. It's not the same care you give your own kitchen. But the hospital was expanding, so we had to go. This is old Hutzel Hospital. So you'll be able to see that in a minute. So let's go over here. We're wandering through our giant, beautiful kitchen and dining room. We use a lot for fundraiser parties. We have big parties going on. We get our Coca-Cola donated from Coca-Cola Company, but we have to charge 50 cents. If it was free, people would hoard. It's just human nature. It's not criminal, it's just who we are. So when your child is sick, it's a full-time job. So you need office space. The whole building has Wi-Fi, but not everybody wants to do things on their phone. So you can come in here and use the computers for anything you need. You have to check your appointments at the hospital with your doctor. You have to check your insurance. You have to let grandma and grandpa back home know the status of what's going on so they're not flipping out and getting on the freeway when you don't need them to. So we have the Red Wings, and the Red Wing wives love us. So the wives have donated the teen room.
Oh, this is nice.
Isn't this cool?
Yeah.
So we don't always have children that stay here. The usual situation is the child's in the hospital, mom and dad stay here. But if your child is having some type of outpatient treatment and you live far away, come and stay with us. Stay with us, go back for your treatment whenever you need, and then when you're done you can go home. Or siblings. We get lots of siblings here. So we need these kids to feel comfortable so they're less stressed. That's all. So we have movies, we have a video game. It's on this big giant monitor all locked in so it can't walk away. one of them walked away one time. So that's how that took care of it. And now our playroom is right next door to the right. So we love our playroom. The only rule is you can't leave your child alone in here, you have to stay with them. We have lots of great little toys. We are the Motor City, so we don't have rocking horses, we have rocking motorcycles. So this is from our Red Wings. They are very friendly to us. Our little playhouse was built by a young man making his Eagle Scout project. So he built us that, and then there's one in the garden outside too. So kids can come in here and play and relax, and we have family here, and these girls have severe long-term problems, and they're going to be here for a year, and they're from Jamaica, and their mom is here too, so we want to keep them entertained as best we can. They miss their friends, they miss their families. We want to, have stuff for them to do. Plus, isn't it cute? It's really cute in here. So we have our big, beautiful living rooms. When you're a resident here, you can have family and friends come and visit you, but they're not to go in your room. Only the people who are registered and ID'd and have a bracelet can go in your room. But you can come over here and socialize. And there's a little TV room over in the corner. We only have TVs in that corner and in the dining room, and a couple of the rooms have one, but I'll explain. So this is our front desk. This is my buddy Georgia.
Hi, everybody.
So
Hi.
when a family comes in, they come flying off the elevator, and half the time they're hysterical. They're confused, they're exhausted, they don't know what's going on. We sit them down. It takes about half an hour. We take a copy of their driver's license. We give them an armband. It's $10 a night to stay here, and a $10 deposit for the room key. And if you don't have the $10, we'll figure it out. But it's communal living, so if you have a $10 investment in it, you're more invested in the program. So what we always tell people is if you see a mess, clean it up. It doesn't have to be yours. We're all trying to take care of each other. So it's not a big deal, but if you see a mess, pick it up. So we try to make things comfortable for our families. We don't want to get really nosy about what's wrong. They'll tell us if they want to, and we'll always listen, and we try to offer whatever help we can. So people show up in an emergency, that's okay. We have shampoo, face wash, hair dryers, whatever you need. We have baby cribs, we have high chairs, we have breast pump machines, because a lot of times it's a brand new mom. The baby's still in the hospital, and mom got discharged, so she's here, so she needs all our help. Of course. All right, follow me, and we'll go look at some of our guest rooms. Now, when you look down the hall, you can tell it used to be a hospital. So it's all been, mics can be on film now. So this used to be old Hutzel, so they gutted this floor out for us and put in all our beautiful rooms. This is their class 230 and 204.
I think she's in 230 right now. Jen's showing somebody right now.
All right, well, we'll go farther down and then come back. Yeah. So with the long hallway, you can tell it used to be a hospital. Everybody has their own peephole, they have their own mailbox. We don't have a limit on how long you can stay. We've had families here for a year. So long they enrolled their older children in school across the street. That's all right. It's kind of like a fancy hotel. The old house was closer to the hospital, and that was a huge advantage, but that also meant that it was a lot noisier, news trucks and police sirens all the time. And we have had lovely families donate. You can have a room named in your honor. So we have lots of those. And we had a family stay here, and their last name is Zach, and they own auto dealerships. So now we have a van, because they donated a van, and we have drivers that take our families back and forth to the hospital from 5:30 in the morning till 8:30 at night. And then after that, there's the hospital transportation that runs till midnight. And after that, sometimes moms wake up in the middle of the night like something's wrong, I gotta go. You just get the feeling. So we call security and they will escort. So we go all the way around the corner. This is, we can take care of 26 families. This wing is sponsored by Greektown. They love us too. We have a lot of nice, wonderful sponsors. So we go all the way down. I have to show you the laundry room. Not everybody appreciates a good laundry room, but we do. Because parents show up in their jeans and t-shirts. They came with the ambulance, they came in a helicopter. So we want to make sure everything they need is right here. So it's all free. Ooh, and it's running. Come on, turn on. So we have people donate detergent and fabric softener, so it's all right here. So it's all handled. And it sounds really stupid. For some people, it gives you a sense of normalcy to do one small menial chore. So you can turn off your brain for a minute and then you reset. And because that's all we want. It's for these moms and dads to be smarter and more rested and stronger. That's it. That's all we need. So we help them with that. So we try to make sure everything's good. When they check in, we give you one bag with your sheets and one bag with your towels. And when you're done and ready to go, you put them here. And then you have to clean your room. And I check it. And I will make a man your size go back in and clean it again. Please, I had 3 teenagers at one time. I can handle anything.
I believe it.
All right, let's take a look at one of our rooms. Maintenance. This is one of our ADA rooms. So it's a little more, is this an ADA? So most of our rooms have a queen and a twin. There's a few with 2 queens for bigger families. Each family can have 1 room and 4 people maximum in there. So if all we have left is a queen and a twin, we have blow-up mattresses too. In the old house, you had to share a bathroom. So the families who had stayed there and now stay here are all thrilled. Our bathrooms are beautiful. Can you pull that door open? So it's, but then you have to clean your own bathroom. So this one is wheelchair adaptable. So some of them even have seats in the shower. So when it's time to go, I hand you the mop and the bucket and the duster and clean it up so the next family can slide right in. So we just want people to be comfortable. We think it's beautiful.
Well, it's like a hotel room.
Doesn't it?
It's really nice, yeah.
Yeah.
Jackie, our office manager, has a great sense of style. It started out good, but over 5 years things have worn out and she's changed the colors a little bit. I like the navy and orange and gold. And we're just really thrilled.
This year we'll
We try to make sure everybody's as relaxed as they can be. We're very strict. Like, there's rules. Basically, be nice to each other because you're all a mess. Every one of you is twitchy for some reason or other. No aggression is allowed. No bad behavior is allowed. And if you leave your room trashed, you can't come back. And that's a big hardship for people. And they have to understand that we can't have this. So we encourage everybody, this is what you need to do. This is what you need to take care of. So we love our rooms. We think they're cool. And there's Wi-Fi, no TVs.
Thank you.
I've been coming here forever and I've never seen this part of the house.
You haven't?
I've only been down that one hallway and
Isn't this cool? I know, this is, it's just, and when everybody checks in, they get their own key and it works on the outside door and on your room door. So it's a $10 deposit for the room key. We hate when they walk off with the keys. And it's a pain. We have a key lady who comes in like every 3 weeks. No. That means for 3 weeks they can't use their rooms.
A lot of houses have done away with that. We chose not to. Yeah.
We have a beautiful conference room. Oh, and it's not busy. Come on in. I'm giving a tour. Our lovely chef.
Hello there, good morning.
Morning.
Everyone.
So, again, the old house didn't have a big conference room. It's much easier to convince people to donate money when you're in a big room all together and they're shutting off for each. It's all about the money. always. But it's beautiful and bright, and we use it for lots of different things. Lots of planning sessions in here. So we like,
They remembered each other.
and then
20
the
years?
director's office is over there, and so we're just front desk folks. But that's how we like it. We're just running tours all over the place, so follow me and we'll look at what a wonderful place you have. Yeah, well, thank you. Nice to meet you.
Thank you.
Come on, Patty, got lots of stuff for you to do there.
He's always got, he fires me every week.
Every
He didn't
Monday.
fire me yet. Every Monday he says I'm fired, and then I go, okay, see you next week. How do you fire someone you don't pay?
Excellent question.
He tries. So he's the director of the volunteers and special events and house maintenance. So he's a busy, busy guy. So we love our donors, our big donors and our small. This makes us all very happy when everybody comes by.
Oh, okay. I'll give it to you.
Good morning. Good morning. All right, so we're gonna look at one of our special rooms. Wow, this one's tricky.
The extra security room.
Dang it. Shoot. All right, I'm gonna try one more time. See, I need the key lady to come back. Nope. Let me see what's going on in this one. We have 4 rooms that are for our long-term stay kids, the families that's gonna be here for a year, or the kids who are organ transplant recipients, and they are not supposed to be out in the general public as much, so they have their own TV, they have a microwave and a refrigerator, and they're allowed to eat in their rooms. Nobody else is, because this is a 100-year-old building, and if there's food, there's bugs, so we're right on top of that. So if we see somebody walking down the hall with food, we'll stop. No, but I wish I could show you. Anyway, they're all laid out the same, they just have the microwave and fridge and the TV. And people will try to get those rooms. Well, I had that room. No, you didn't. I know you didn't. Now, does anybody have any questions?
No, I did not.
I met the Ronald McDonald House in 1986. I was, not this one, I was sleeping on the floor of a waiting room at CS Mont in Ann Arbor, and this beautiful young woman, we have somewhere for you to sleep. I thought it was an angel, it was a social worker. Same thing. So now I want to help other families. So we have lots of parties and lots of fancy events to raise money, and we have lots of fun things too. It's funny to think that this can be such a grim, dire place, but we have so many beautiful moments. I think the best is a family came flying off the elevator. We don't know what to do, we don't know what to do. One of our long-term friends and guests was coming back to visit, just to visit and say hi to Jackie and Irma and the managers. And she had had a heart problem when she was a little girl. She was now 28 years old. She's fine. She's all repaired. And so she's visiting, and I'm getting my PhD next week, and my wedding dress is light blue, and blah, blah, blah. So she hears this family, and they're hysterical. And they go, our daughter's just been diagnosed with hypoplastic heart syndrome. I can't remember if it was left or right. And she said, she wasn't even supposed to be here. She said, excuse me, would you mind if I spoke to you for a minute? Because that's what I have. And so they could calm down. So this was just serendipity. And we were all crying by the end of the half hour, so she could explain things to them and calm them down. And this happens here all the time. But that was my favorite day ever. We also have guests from around the world, so we all carry our phones so we can use Google Translate. If not, we're doomed. We're doomed. One of our favorites comes back every 6 months from Ecuador, and my Spanish has not gotten any better, and neither has her English. But we talk a lot, so we're very happy you came. People don't know we're here. They don't know what we do. So please tell them when you go back to school, do you have to do a report on this?
Yeah, we're doing a video for it.
Okay, tell people we're here to help families. And that's it. Because, you know, they could be sleeping on the floor of a waiting room like I was. And you know, you can't make good decisions when you haven't had any sleep. So you need to be sharp to be strong for your kids. That's it. All right, thank you guys. Thanks so much for making
Yeah, of course.
it.
Thank
I'm
you.
happy you're here. Is there anything you need? I want to send you home with flyers. Okay, who's ready for me?
I'm fine wherever.
It's amazing not to put my finger in the burning oil. I'll get some baking powder in a second. Yeah, in a second.
Well, we didn't really have a lot of conflict. We did have one thing. Okay. Can we restart?
Bloopers. Yeah. You ready? 3, 2, it's a video.